Yo, what's up, guys? So, it's just another quick update. I'm kind of outside, so it might be a little noisy, but I just wanted to do a quick update on where I've been at in my business journey. So, I don't know where to start really. For a quick introduction, for those of you who don't know me, my name's Aiden. I'm 16 years old right now, almost turning 17 in like a month or two. And so, basically, a huge milestone for me was I made 3.5K yesterday in for my business model, which is growth operating. So I'll talk a little bit about growth operating. I'll talk a little bit about my journey up to this point. But this is all like motivation. I'm not some teacher, some guru. I'm not qualified enough to teach anyone like that, and I don't plan to. So just starting off, growth operating is basically I'm partnering with creators to help them monetize their audience, help them build out a program, low ticket, high ticket offers, etc. And I just kind of want to show you guys that it is possible even at a young age. But really, this is not some sort of motivation. This is not really some sort of teaching moment either. It's simply me documenting where I'm at so I can reflect back on it a few years down the line, or maybe even when I'm like 70 on my deathbed. But I hope these videos kind of do provide some sort of insight into what it's really like to try to achieve something greater. And so this year, I've kind of been looking at the whiteboard that I have in front of my room, just telling me my goals for 2024. And that definitely included like hitting 5K a month, getting straight A's in school, because I'm still in high school, junior year right now. So this time is really busy. Getting my Eagle Scout, which I managed to do this year. But there's just a lot of things that I wanted to get, like 10K followers as well. But in terms of all of that, like none of the goals have, Eagle Scout, yes, straight A's, maybe. Undecided yet. But as far as like my monetary goals of 5K a month, it hasn't been hit. And I don't think it will be unless we launch we're planning our launch like around Christmas time. So if we launch there, get our payout within a month, then that's around the 5K month mark. But so I'll tell you a little bit about my experience. Like for anyone who really knows me, who's close to me, you guys know that this has not been like a one night thing and then suddenly the next day I'm making $3.5 thousand. Like this money is pretty big for someone my age, but I don't want to think in terms of that. I just want to think like it's like kind of progress and stepping stones towards the goals that I want to reach. And so I've been starting online business for around like 2 years now. We're doing different things like cold calling businesses, starting out like maybe even with organic drop shipping, although I don't really consider that a solid attempt. I just want to let you guys know, if you want to make money online, you just find a business model that you think works best with you and then stick with it. Honestly, like there's a chance that you pick the wrong business model for you, but it's a lot better that you stay with one thing and then really like decide to figure it out. So do your research, like which one will require a certain amount of capital to get started, and then just get straight into it. So growth operating, the business model, like I said, you're partnering with creators, you're helping them monetize their audience. It's not really beginner friendly because you need to have some sort of skills. You need to have like sales skills, setting skills, know how to build funnels. You have to kind of understand how a business structure works. And so basically what I'm doing now is the client I just signed, my $3.5 thousand that I just received yesterday. Maybe I'll pull up a screenshot or something like that. But basically how I got that money was I reached out to the creator. My creator / client right now is an organic drop shipper. I don't know if I'll be leaking the name, probably not, but maybe after the launch. But pretty much I'm working with them to build out their coaching program. And so I already have experience doing something like this before, building out communities, selling to people. So you need to build those skills first to enter a business model like this. It's really not beginner friendly. Otherwise, you're just going to be lying to customers, telling them that you know this and you know that. But in reality, you don't know anything. And then you're just going in there, doing a launch blindfolded. So I definitely recommend, if you want to enter something like growth operating, that you have some sort of business experience beforehand. So get that knowledge, work under someone, join a mentorship program, do something like that, build those skills, and then you could really start something like this. So overall, like I said, I haven't really been able to reach all of my business goals set for this year, but 2025 is coming. Like I said, I don't want this to be another like, oh, I'm going to do all this year, because like that's my mindset, or that has been my mindset over the past 2 years since I've started. But I really want to take a look at it as like, I'm definitely making good progress towards my goals. Like if everything goes wrong, I mean, I'm lucky enough to be in a family which can support me. I can go to college, all that, and I probably will be, even if I make a ton of money. So the point is, this money is not very like, this is not the long term play in the end. This is really just me getting a better idea of where I'm at right now, and then seeing if I can improve myself faster than everyone else, because we're not really everyone else. It's really just improving myself as fast as possible so I can reach some of the goals that I want long term a lot sooner. Because I don't want to have like the car, the house, and all that when I'm like 70 or 80. So I'm going to start building those skills right now and seeing where they get me, so I kind of get a better understanding of my strengths and weaknesses. But I mean, a lot of things have been improving, like a lot of aspects of my life have been improving, as well as like me working on the business, because when I'm hopping on these sales calls, you can definitely see that like I've definitely improved from where I started, like talking in front of an audience, talking to a person, kind of connecting them. And then I also kind of get a better understanding of what it takes on a like psychological level of selling. And selling, it's kind of like you got to shift your mindset, because selling isn't really selling, hard selling, you know, like the car salesman that sell you a car you don't really want. It's really just about helping people realize what they needed, but they didn't know they need. So for example, like if your parents needed medication, like life-saving medication, but they didn't believe in medicine, it's your job. It's like your responsibility to make sure that they take that medication. And so it's really not like convincing them to do something bad, but it's something that would help them, but they just don't know it yet. You have to make them come to that conclusion that it would help them. Anyways, so yeah, huge milestone for me. I've had like other retainers in the past, other setup fees. It's just no one's really chosen this higher price because I've been raising my price and all that. And so the plan for this is we're mapping out the strategy right now, the launch strategy. We're going to plan a private launch around Christmas. So I'll be working during winter break, hopping on sales calls, calling up leads. Right now, I'm doing mostly everything by myself. Maybe I'll have another friend help out. But for the most part, the plan is launching around Christmas time, 10 spots, around 3K each. If you guys don't really understand what this means in terms of growth operating, you will if you do some research on it. So open up 10 spots, 3K each, price point. Let me just get a little technical here. So we're just going to get projected like 30K revenue, estimating like 10 to 20K cash collected. And then my cut for this deal, for this first cohort launch is 20%. So I got the setup fee down, and then the 20% as the revenue share. So not bad, pretty good stuff. If everything goes to plan and we make 30K off the 10 spots, then my 20% comes around to like 6K. So that plus my 3K setup fee, that's around 9K. Not too bad for a first cohort launch. Then again, we are working on with like micro creators, so they don't have too large of an audience, but as they start to go viral, this launch will be the first of many, and we'll just keep on opening more spots, taking on more students, as long as we get them results that kind of satisfy the guarantee that we're setting and the expectations that we've set when they enter the program. And so, I mean, I also want to make these kind of videos so like kind of better understand that, you know, what all the stress that I'm dealing with right now is really not the end of the world, because sometimes it's easy to just like think about all the APs you have, think about the classes, your grades are tanking, your business is failing, like you're not making any money, and you set all these ambitious goals, but you've reached none of them. And in the long run, you really have to look at the future and just think that like 10 years from now, you're not going to remember any of this. Maybe you will, but you're not going to regret any of it. As long as you continue to make the decisions that you won't end up regretting, if that makes sense. Like 10 years from now, I might regret not starting a business because I might not have that opportunity again. Or 10 years from now, I might not get to buy this, buy that, or even walk. So you really have to just look at it from the perspective that you are blessed wherever you are. Like you might not have something that someone else has, but it's kind of corny to think, but comparison really is the thief of joy. So, you know, if you're from my school and you see this video, if you know me anywhere and you see this video, I really don't care. because then again, like it's just one of those, like, it's like shower thoughts, but I get it when I'm sitting in my bed staring at the ceiling and it's like pitch black. And I'm just thinking like, why do I care so much? I shouldn't care so much. So anyways, I'll just be continuing to document, probably not consistently because ultimately I want to spend more time and allocate it towards the business, but I'll try my best to just update the most necessary and important parts of my life. Yeah, so you'll probably get an update with me after we do our first launch, and hopefully everything goes well. Otherwise, you're going to see the next video and it's going to be like, I made $0 with my next launch, which is not happening because I'm very confident in my ability to make this work. So let's go, guys.